Chief Commercial Officer of bKash in Bangladesh. So first of all, thanks for inviting me to talk in this session, and especially thanks goes to the General Secretary Shantanu Sen Gupta for inviting me to talk. And actually, bKash is a mobile financial service company in Bangladesh. I'm sure you guys are fully aware of it, that in Bangladesh, mobile financial service is a bank-led model, and our owner is BRAC Bank, and our ownership structure is actually IFC, Bill and Melinda Gates, and one American company called Money in Motions. They're actually the owner of our company. We have started our operation in 2011, and Bangladesh Bank issued around 28 MFS licenses in our country. Out of that, 17 banks are operation in our country right now. And our 3 years journey, we have around 16 million customers, 85% around market share we are holding right now, with the help of 100,000 agents in the whole country. So this is our current status. We are fully regulated by our central bank, Bangladesh Bank, and Bangladesh Bank has a broader objectives to improve the inclusivity in our country, and that's why MFS started their journey. So that's the current situation right now. And why we are here up to this level, there's a couple of basic valid reasons behind that. Number one is our telecom penetration in the whole country. Around 70% gross telecom penetration are there in our country. And on the other hand, around 12 to 15% bank penetrations are there. So there is a huge gap between telecom penetration and the bank penetration. And at the same time, it's an opportunity to grow inclusivity and to bring the normal customers, to bring the customers under a banking structure. That was our first and almost target, to bring those below the line customers into our banking structure. And we have started our journey with the keeping on in our mind that we have to improve the inclusivity. And the second point was our company structure, that we are actually not bank, we are owned by bank. So we are very focused in our MFS service. So we are not actually like a bank, department of a bank. That's the major benefit we had in terms of decision-making process and others. Third reason is our distribution structure is totally independent and owned by us, and it's a very unique structure, and we have our own cash management system. In that way, we are serving our retailers and the agents, and customers are having service from them. Fourth reason, we can call it as our product and pricing. It's very accurate and correct in terms of the customer need. And at the same time, our market communication. We didn't want to communicate anything to the market that customer cannot understand. We were always communicated in such a way that customers can easily adapt their regular behavior. I can give you an example on this. bKash is such a brand in our country that it is currently a verb right now. If you want to send and receive money, you just name bKash in our country, people will understand what you're talking about. So that's the current situation. Apart from those points, I can tell you another thing, that our technology. We have chosen a very robust system in our network, that's Visa platform. And in terms of scalability and robustness, it's really fine, it's working well. And from the perspective of the technology, other banks are actually struggling for giving service to the customers, and that's why we are having 85% of the market share right now in overall other regions. So that's all. If you have, that's the current status. If you have any other questions regarding our company, I'm here to answer it to you. Thank you.
Quickly, only one question because we have interrupted to facilitate your information. And my good friend Pulok, who used to run the State Bank's payment systems. Why is it that, I mean, is it the fact that, I know after Mpesa, Pakistan and Bangladesh, bKash is creating a lot of waves all across the world. What is exactly the factor? Because the way your number of accounts and all the banks are basically trying to piggyback on you, which we have not been able to do. What is the a single point of reference, the form factor? Because for the audience as well, I would like to say the bKash is basically BRAC's arm of the mobile money, whereas Grameen could not do, although being a brand leader in the mobile telephony. So why is that?
Actually, a couple of reasons already I have shared with you, but another thing that I can share, how the payment system evolved in our country. If you look into our country's population's nature, large number of populations actually travel from the village to the city and migrated in that way for their work life and keeping their family back home. So, and they were actually partially served through the courier companies in our country since long back. And the courier companies are having a very low number of the points in the whole country. So what we did, we communicated in a very simple manner in the market that you can send and receive money. And at the same time, we available all the touch points through our distribution structure. And you can name it in that way. We are in every village, in every bazaar, in terms of the availability. So at the same time, we communicate to the customers that you can send and receive money, and our points are there to serve you. And partners of ours are very strong, and our commissioning structure we have designed that it's very, very lucrative for pushing our product to the customer's level. So when people are aware of our company and the product and in the market, at the same time they're finding it out. So that's the basic two reasons, apart from the reasons I have mentioned earlier, that helped us to grow actually.
Okay, thank you very much.
And,
yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you wanted to say something?
Thank you.
Yeah, okay.